and welcome back to my channel, Mom in the Mitten. My name is Chantel, and today I have gotten rid of some of my daughter Kelsey's baby bottles and other baby items. So I'm going to be really refilling this little cabinet in my kitchen that will be now filled with some of her plates and bowls and other stuff like that. So if that sounds interesting to you, then just go ahead and stick around. Thanks. All right, so like I said, I'm going to be working in my kitchen with this cabinet right here. So as you can see, I already kind of cleared most everything out of it. I got rid of some baby bottles and the baby bullet, so just some freed up space. So I wanted to kind of reorganize, revamp this little shelf area up. So that's what I decided to do here. So the only thing that is really up there in the top shelf is my like parts dishwasher insert, and then some pacifiers and pacifier clips. So I'm just showing here some of the containers that I'm going to be using that I purchased off of Amazon. So 4 nice sizes, they kind of fit in really well, different spaces in the home. So before I kind of get started, this is where I'm getting all of these items from. So this is just from another spot in my kitchen. I did make a video organizing this a while back. However, this is not working out so well for us, obviously, because I'm kind of reorganizing. So what I'm deciding to do here is, since this plates and bowls and stuff is so close to the ground, my 1-year-old daughter Kelsey is in the kitchen with me all the time. She's actually in the kitchen while I'm making this video, but she's always getting into these things, and so I'm constantly picking up lids, bowls, whatever is in here. So just for now, while she's still in this stage of wanting to rip everything out, I decided that since I have this freed up cabinet space, that I'll go ahead and switch all of these things into the taller cabinet so she won't be able to get into it and make a big mess. So this is all the stuff that I want to be reorganizing, minus those pacifiers and pacifier clips. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. So I'm going to grab my pacifiers and pacifier clips. They're supposed to be organized in 2 containers, one for the clips, one for the pacifiers, but as you can see, they're kind of mixed up together. So here's another reason why I should reorganize, since things are kind of mixed up and sometimes become difficult to locate. But I'm just going to go ahead and start with that top shelf, and I'm just kind of going through the plates. So I decided that plates are going to go at the top because some of my plates, like this bunny plate here, is a little bit larger, so I need more height in the cabinet. I could always move the shelves, but I don't want to make my life any more difficult than it already needs to be, so I'm just going to put the plates at the top shelf. So I'm just kind of stacking them and seeing what exact plates I have and just kind of going from there. So these silicone plates are awesome. I've talked about them in the food video. They stick really well to like the high chair, but I'm just stacking these all on top of each other. They nest pretty well. So I'm going to put all those together. Then I have this just random like bunny plate, but the girls love it. So we're just going to go ahead and keep it. So this is the majority of the plates, not counting ones that are like drying to the left of the video, but this is the majority of our plates that we use on the day-to-day basis. So now I'm just going to go through all of the other items that I have here. So I'm just like putting together all of these little to-go plastic bowls, and then here's Olivia's like cereal bowl. These bowls are nice because they just naturally nest together well. And then just other random containers that I just maybe threw in there, or it's possible Olivia threw in there, or maybe even Kelsey, who knows. So I'm just kind of taking everything out. I always like to take everything out when I'm doing a project like this, just because for me, it's easier for me to see everything clearly, like what I need to make space for. So now that I can clearly and easily see everything that I'm going to be working with, I'm just, like I said, going to go work on that top shelf, which is right here, and it's going to be where the plates go. So I'm going to leave this little riser that's in here. This was bought at Dollar Tree. I've had this for a long time. So I'm just going to leave that in there so I can fit more things up vertically. So I'm kind of utilizing my space a little bit better. So that's a tip that I have, especially for like organizing cabinets. Use your vertical space for sure. It definitely comes in handy, especially in a situation like this. So I have space down here where these two plates are for any other extra plates that we have that are hiding around, or any new plates that we do get. That's definitely something that I always keep in mind when I'm organizing things. Think about birthdays and Christmas. You may get more, so if you only make space for exactly what you have, then things may not fit when you need them to. But now I'm just going ahead and working on my second shelf. So my second shelf is going to be the bowls here, and then just these little to-go lids. It's actually kind of funny. In this video, I'm like trying to organize these lids and trying to figure out like the size. I'm trying to make sure everything is fitting when I didn't check and see if these actual like containers fit in the cabinet itself. So these two containers that I pulled from the bottom, they actually don't fit in my cabinet, which I'll show here in a minute, but I'm kind of doing all this right now for nothing because they don't fit in my cabinet anyways. So I'll just have to kind of do something else. You'll see here in a few minutes. But the lids did fit nicely in here. I'm realizing, I think at this moment, that I'm supposed to have more lids because I had like a rainbow array of them. So here's where I was saying that I can't fit these in my cabinet. They're too long. So I'm just showing you here that my cabinet door won't close with these in there. So now I'm just going to have to make a decision to use these other like shallow containers, which they worked out nice because I could fit both of them on the shelf. So I had like two separate sections for the bowls. So I have like two different kinds of bowls, so it kind of worked out. So here I am just now trying them and seeing if they will actually fit, and they do, so I can use both of them. I'm making sure by closing it. That's definitely something you want to do too. When you're organizing, just make sure that if you have like a drawer or a door that they close once you put your items in, because I've had that happen, and that's kind of annoying. But here I am just putting the bowls into this container. So I have the lids and the bowls, and then I'm going to put it in there in the middle shelf. So I figured that would work out. So I have those there, and then on the opposite side here, I'm going to put those other like stackable bowls. So that worked out pretty well. I do know that we probably have more bowls than this. I know for sure Olivia has like another like cereal bowl. But I think it should be able to fit in there, and we'll be good. So I'm just putting this on, like I said, that opposite side here, and there's some space in the center. So if I do find more of those lids, because I know somewhere out there are green lids and blue lids. But if I find them, I can always just kind of slide them into the center there or figure something else out. So now I'm just looking at the pacifiers and the clips. So Kelsey is definitely still in her pacifier era. And so that's just kind of what we're doing with our life right now. Olivia did not like a pacifier. She was all about her thumb. So this is kind of a new thing. But we're just gonna let her use her pacifier for a little bit longer, hopefully, and then we can kind of phase out of it. But here's all of her clips. They were fitting really nice in one of those longer containers that I had, so that fit in there well. So I have those, and then I also needed a space, obviously, for the pacifiers. So I was kind of going through the ones that we had, and as I'm going through here, I'm just picking out the ones that I know she'll actually still take. So I have all of these ones in here. However, these are the only 4 that she'll actually use. So I figured, why should I store and keep all of these when I know she will only take these 4, plus she has one with her pretty much at all times. So she has in total like 5 pacifiers that she actually uses. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to store the ones that we actually use and not just keep an excessive amount of everything. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. I am realizing that if we do get more or if we need more or whatever, I might want this like longer container. So that's why I switched them out here, just so I could have a little bit more space. And also just so it fit nice and perfect right here like that. So those were nice and perfectly the same size. So now I'm working on the left side of that bottom shelf, and I'm going through some of these new cups that Kelsey has. We have not found a perfect or successful cup, so I'm still on the hunt for a great sippy cup that does not leak and that has a straw, because Kelsey needs that for her milk. So I have some good sippy cups that are there that don't leak, but she can't get the milk, and then the straw cups leak. So if you have any suggestions, I would really appreciate a really good sippy cup for a milk drinker with a straw. But here is what I have all nice and finished. I really like how everything just kind of looks uniform. Everything has an exact spot for itself. So I have the plates, the bowls, and then here at the bottom, the cups, pacifiers, and pacifier clips. So here is what the whole cabinet looks like. From afar, I think it turned out well. All right, so I hope you enjoyed watching my video and watching me restock this cabinet here. If you did, please go ahead and like this video. Please subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.